Greetings, I'm Scott Robison, your host for the Messing with Scammers series. For those watching me for the first time, messing with scammers is nothing new to me. Nor am I the first to ever do it, and I may not even be the best at it. But I enjoy it, it amuses me, and I think of it as a bit of a public service. However much time I waste with a scammer is time that scammer isn't victimizing other people who don't know better. I've probably done this a dozen times over the past 3 years. At first, I would just talk to fake Windows support technicians from India and drag the calls out as long as I could. I wrote about 2 of those instances on my blog. One is here from October 2013. All I did was I wrote about the experience after the fact. The other is here from January 2014, mostly a transcription of live tweets I posted during the event. About a month ago, I decided to start recording these. You should be able to find a link to my channel, Casa de Robison, on this very page. My first recorded counter scam was with yet another Indian tech support scammer about a month ago. In fact, here's my page, and if you look down in created playlists, you'll see Messing with Scammers 8 April 2016. That was a 3-part series that I broke up and shared, demonstrating how I wasted about 90 minutes of somebody's time, and if I can get you to watch it, how I can waste 60 minutes of your, or almost 90 minutes of your time. Anyway, a lot of time. The most recent of these I did concluded a couple weeks ago, Messing with Scammers, Mr. Raymond. It was about a 2-week ordeal of telephone calls, back and forth emails, things like that. In any case, if you're interested in those, feel free to go look. In the meantime, over the weekend, I got an email. Barclays Bank Place, head office, 1 Churchill Place, London, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, we didn't understand it was Barclays Bank Place head office the first time. They like it so much, they told us again. Anyway, dear respected beneficiary, your Barclays ATM credit card, $4.6 million. You might be very versed with the SWIFT credit card system through the ATM system that allows beneficiaries direct access to make withdrawal of fund from any international banks in the world. Federal government under the Ministry of Finance with the World Bank and International Monetary Fund has adopted this administrative measure owing to various complaints, petitions received from beneficiaries owing to the delays in receiving their contract inheritance fund as expected. Please be informed this is real and not a bogus card, so rest assured that the money will be cleared immediately a withdrawal is effected. I've made all the necessary arrangements to have the card delivered to you at your nominated mailing address. All other documents, such as your recommendation letter, certificate from the Economic Finance Unit, blah, blah, blah. The card contains a maximum of 4.6 million. Anyway, I need you to reconfirm some details. The receiving officer, Reverend Henry Larson, will call you up immediately. Response is sent in. And so they're asking for the typical things that you should never send a scammer. Your legal full name, telephone number, delivery address, occupation, nearest airport, country of residence. Please choose the options together with their associated shipping cost conditions are presented below. You're required to pay the necessary courier charges to enable me to send you your parcel. So they offer me FedEx delivery, 3-day for $350, UPS delivery overnight, next day for $450, DHL 24-hour delivery for $550, or a bank-to-bank wire transfer, which will only take like 5 minutes for $1,500. Contact Reverend Henry Larson, email, whatever. Treat as urgent. Thanks for your cooperation. Best regards, Mr. Tom Green, Remittance Manager. Barclays Bank Place, registered in England, is authorized and regulated by the Financial Services Authority. Registered number 1026167 Barclays. So you know it's legitimate. You know that it's for real. They use all these technical terms and numbers and everything else. So it's awesome. why would you not send them up to $1,500 for $4.6 million in return? I went ahead and replied, which is the whole point to this. I received an email from Mr. Tom Green, remittance manager with Barclays, indicating I should contact you, Reverend Henry, as I am the beneficiary of a Barclays ATM credit card with a limit of $4.6 million. If I read this correctly, it's very confusing. I'm curious to find out from whom I am to receive this money. What is the origin of the contract or inheritance? So that you can look up the information in question, here's as much information as I am willing to provide at this time until I have confirmation that you haven't reached the wrong person, as I would hate for this to be a case of mistaken identity. Legal full name, Stanley Thaddeus Wojciechowicz. Telephone number, 203-633-4121, a number from Connecticut, just so that it looks a little more legit. My address, a fake address that was generated thanks to a website that does nothing but generate fake addresses. Occupation is retired. I don't like to let them know just yet what my former occupation was as a police detective, because that might scare them off. Please let me know the origin of this money as soon as possible. I'm quite anxious to receive it if everything checks out. Thank you so much for your time. Sincerely, Stan Wojciechowicz. So, this morning when I got up, I had 2 missed telephone calls. In fact, let me show you. I want you to see. So, what you see here is a phone number from Connecticut calling my number twice at 8:19 and 8:20 this morning. So I like that added touch. The last scammer that I dealt with had a fake phone number from North Carolina. These guys have gone the extra mile to put this person in my general geographic area in Connecticut, wink wink, so that I will have even more trust in them. It's a nice touch. I really appreciate it when scammers go that extra mile to make their scam seem all the more legitimate. I also had an email waiting for me this morning. Barclays Place, or Barclays Bank Place, head office, 1 Churchill Place, London, blah, blah, blah. Again, they like it so nice, they say it twice. Dear Stanley Thaddeus Wojciechowicz, the funds are coming from the Barclays Bank Compensation Department for scam victims to make withdrawal of funds from any international banks in the world. The federal government, under the Ministry of Finance with the World Bank and IMF, has adopted this administrative measure owing to various complaints, petitions received from beneficiaries owning to the delays in receiving their contract inheritance fund as expected. Please be informed that this is a real and not a bogus card, so be rest assured that the money will be cleared immediately a withdrawal is effected. I would advise you to work 2 instructions so that we can get your ATM card across to your address. Choose from the detailed delivery companies and get back to us as soon as possible so that we can proceed with your delivery without no further hitch. We await your feedback. Regards, Reverend Henry Larson. The game is afoot. Thanks for watching part 1 of Messing with Scammers, the Reverend Henry Chronicles. I have no idea where exactly this is going to go or just how long I can string him along, but I hope it is as fun as last time. As always, I invite comments and messages. Do you hate this? Let me know. Do you love it? Let me know. Do you have thoughts on what I should do next? Let me know. In any case, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.